On the subject of volunteers or hostages in the American Football Conference Northern Division. Who is Odell Beckham Jr. right now in Cleveland, Ohio? It appears Dad put an old hostage video up on Instagram. 11 minutes in length.
Together, they really do.
Absolutely. The Browns released a statement just now that Odell Beckham Jr. will no longer play for Cleveland. So obviously we knew this was coming, but this just came down.
Go home cooking. I want my fans, Skip, when the opposing team, you come out at home, and if they boo the opposing team, you expect that. When they boo you, they're telling you you stink. You are terrible. And the Cleveland Browns, the one thing I know, Skip, I played when they were in Cleveland, the old, I think it was Municipal Stadium. I think that's where they played at.
It was.
Skip, and when they this new stadium,
the baseball stadium.
And Bree, I've been there.
Yep. So have I.
The Cleveland Browns fans have been loyal to a fault. When Cleveland haven't given them anything to cheer for, they showed up.
True.
When they went for 1-31 over a 2-year span, they showed up. And now this joker stinking it up. But I want y'all to blame Odell, because what you didn't do when Odell was out there, you didn't mention his labrum, you didn't mention his knee, you didn't mention his foot, you didn't mention his shoulder. Now that Odell is there and you don't have that crutch to lean on, you blame everything else. It's him. 10 hitters, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks. You go back, and all you want to do is talk about the last 11 games. If I didn't know better, I swear Baker Mayfield was a first-year player, because all you mentioned was 11 games last year. You don't mention what he did.
But you don't mention those 11 games last year because you went real quiet for 11 weeks. That's hard for Shannon Sharp to do, just to swallow it for 11 weeks in a row. You got me.
How long has Baker been in the league?
4 years.
Okay, so 4 years. So you go 11 games in year 3, and you don't mention anything about year 1 and 2, and you ain't said nothing about now. Now you don't have that crutch, which is Odell. I want to know what you and others like you are going to blame on Baker's flaw. Now let me tell you what Kirk Cousins did in Stefanski's offense. In 2018, he threw for 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks.
Was Odell there?
Hold on.
No.
This is what he did in 2019. 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, went 25 and missed the playoffs. When does Baker Mayfield come close to putting up those numbers? And they got a better offensive line and a better running game than what they got in Minnesota. As soon as you and others like you that watch
There's nobody like me.
Yeah, others like you that prop up Baker Mayfield, as soon as you realize he's average, he's average. There's nothing about him that's elite. The only elite that's in his name is in Baker and in Mayfield.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself of a time when in spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I
tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
The Cleveland Browns, who have been looking to remake their wide receiver room, have now done it in a very, very big way. Sources say that the Cleveland Browns are in agreement with the Dallas Cowboys on a trade for Amari Cooper.